A second lawsuit in Michigan. This suit seeks to block the local Secretary of State from certifying the results. The Trump campaign says Michigan ran an unconstitutional election. This latest suit is similar to the ones we've already seen filed in Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Nevada. Again, here's where things stand currently in Michigan. I think we can get those numbers up on the screen. But let's welcome in now civil rights attorney Leo Terrell, also host of the Leo Terrell podcast. And he is now offering his services pro bono to the president. Leo, great to see you as always.
Hey, John, glad to be here. And I consider myself one of the top lawyers in the country. And I offer my services to the president for exactly $0.
And what advice would you give to the Trump legal team right now? Where do they need to focus all their efforts?
I'm sorry, I did not hear the question.
Leo, what would your legal advice be for the Trump team right now?
Well, I think we should stop trying to campaign on the issue in the court of public opinion. Let's collect all the evidence. Let's collect all the affidavits. Let's challenge these elections after they've been certified, and let's go into a court of law, because right now we're not going to win it in the court of public opinion. We have to have the evidence, but the evidence has to be admissible in the court of law. And I would submit to you, John, that, back in 2000 when Al Gore challenged the election, back in 2016 when every single Democrat challenged the legitimacy of President Trump's election in 2016, I think he deserves the legal right. That's what makes our system so great. He deserves the legal right to challenge the election in the courtroom.
And I think, a lot of these voters say he has an obligation to them, too, to make sure that their votes are counted.
That's an excellent question. I'm glad you asked. I'm a Trump Republican. I want to be very clear. He made me vote Republican for the first time. And so there are 70 million people, John, who voted for Donald J. Trump. He's redefined the Republican Party. He had the largest number of minorities voting Republican. I will do anything for this man. And so my point is simply this, is that he has an obligation for the integrity of the election to the 70 million voters who voted for him. I, as a first-time voted Republican, to see this through and make sure the election was valid.
And, Leo, what the haters say out there, that a lot of this evidence is unsubstantiated. There was a story going around about a poll worker. The Washington Post claims he recanted his story. He didn't do that. But you hear what a lot of these haters are saying, that this evidence isn't going to stack up. It's not going to matter. So just give up.
Well, I find that offensive. First of all, I've been a lawyer for 30 years. These haters are mostly non-lawyers. They're pundits. They're individuals who have a platform. I don't want to mention any names like Whoopi Goldberg. I don't want to mention any other names like Sunny Hostin from The View. But my point is this. Allow the system to work. And, not only this election, you got Trump loyalists. I'm going to Georgia. I just saw your previous segment. I'm going to Georgia to make sure this country is safe. This was not a blue wave, John. There were 70 million people who liked the Trump policy. I am one of those 70 million. Yeah,
that's one of the things about this is, you look at what's happening with all these dead people voting and that type of stuff, and you look at the Republican gains, too, at the same time. Two different stories. Leo, great to see you as always. And, one of our viewers actually, before we had this set up, I think actually we already had the interview set up, but she had requested that I have you on the show. So glad we could get that worked out. We got a lot of new people watching, and you're very popular.